It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this beautiful movie. In its heart, it's about brotherhood. How would you describe the relationship between Eli and Charlie?
Well, Eli and Charlie, their relationship was founded in trauma. You know, they killed their father when they were young. And so it's a relationship of protection. They're constantly protecting each other from the outside world. They also murder people for a living, so they need a lot of protecting. But it's a very beautiful relationship that's depicted in the film, I think. It's very symbiotic. You know, they're tied to each other in a way that they can't escape, even if they wanted to escape it. Temperamentally, they're very different. Charlie is very violent and drinks a lot and has a very short temper. He's very good at winning the short battles, you know. Eli is a little more objective about things, and he's more observant, and he's concerned with protecting Charlie, but he's also sees the larger war, you know. Charlie's very good at battles, Eli's very good at wars, and the two of them are a very dangerous combination together. So, right. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix plays my brother Charlie, and I play Eli in the film. So, we had to become brothers off camera too. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and how is the bond to your sister and brothers? Could you relate on the relationship between Ellie and Charlie?
Well, not the murder part,
yeah.
But
hope so.
You know, I think there's something about this partnership idea, and it's not just with my brothers or my sisters in my own family, but other people that I've partnered with. You know, I play a lot of partners as an actor, and I've had a lot of very intense one-on-one friendships with people over the years. Paul Thomas Anderson is one. Those are brotherhoods in a way, you know. So yes, it definitely resonated. That kind of relationship I've had a lot in my life, not only in my own family. So when I read the book, right away I realized, oh, I understand that. I understand that relationship. So
yeah,
it was a good fit.
Yeah, right. What was your key motivation to bring this story on screen?
Well, the first motivation was the book. My wife, Alison Dickey, found the book. It was written by Patrick DeWitt, and she got a copy of it before it was published and read it. So our motivation was, wow, what an incredible story, and what an interesting time, and what an interesting Western. You know, we weren't really thinking we were making a Western when we were making it, even though it has horses and guns and whiskey. You know, like. We were really thinking it was a story of almost like a journey movie, or you know, the story of a family relationship. But we knew when we read the book, like, wow, this is a very startling and original piece of work, and right away the images start flooding your head. It's very descriptive scenes in the book as it unfolds. So it was very thought-provoking, and it really got our imaginations going.
Yeah. Like you said, the movie has a beautiful wild western setting.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say yourself are a child of the nature?
Am I a nature boy? Yeah, sure. I mean, I made a film right before this, Stan and Ollie, about Laurel and Hardy, and or Stanley e Olio in Italy, they call them. I don't know what they called them here, but anyway. I made this film in London, and for the most part entirely indoors, in a fat suit and prosthetic makeup. So I was completely enclosed for 3 months. So by the time I got to Spain and Romania, where we shot the film, I was really ready to be outside. And yes, I'm very much a child of nature. I love to be outside. In fact, I can't wait to take some of the hikes here in Zurich.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to see Eli exploring the new technique like toothbrush and so. Could you remember how it was for you to see the first time a phone or television or something like that?
Yes. You're making me feel very old now. The first time I saw a phone, well, phones were always there. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not that old.
Like an iPhone or something.
Yeah, I remember the big revelation for me, like you're younger than me, you would never not understand this, but you know, when VCRs first came out, you have to understand a VCR was the first time someone at home could manipulate what was on the television. Before that, other than louder or softer, that was it. You couldn't manipulate what was on the screen. So that was I remember that the first time, like, oh, I can go back and watch it again right now. Like, that was a revelation. And then the other thing was the touchpad, when you could actually touch the screen and make it do things. That was another huge leap. But yeah, my character in the movie has much more simple interactions with technology, like the toothbrush. I do remember being told over and over by the dentist, no, you have to brush this way. And like, they're trying to teach me these techniques to brush my teeth because I had many cavities. I loved candy when I was a kid. So I do remember a lot of technique conversations about toothbrushing, but Eli has to figure it out without the benefit of a dentist.
At least I had to ask, as an animal lover, how hard was it for you to learn horse riding?
Well, I felt really, it was like a sacred thing actually getting to meet that horse. My past experience with horses was more recreational as a child, you know, trail riding, that kind of thing. It's more riding on top of a horse instead of riding a horse. And so this horse, I had to learn to ride this horse. And what I came to realize is that you don't operate a horse. You cooperate with a horse. You know, the horse has to decide that it's going to let you ride it. And you have to be in relationship with the horse. And you can rule a horse by fear, but ultimately that's not an effective way to interact with the animal. They're so telepathic. You know, they're more than emotional, they're almost telepathic. I would go and visit my horse on the weekends when we weren't working and bring him apples and talk to him and, you know, let him know that I wasn't just this person coming in for work. I actually cared about him. And by the end, I have to say, I had a very emotional experience with that horse. I was crying and crying and hugging him, and he fell asleep in my arms at one point. He closed his eyes and went to sleep. It was a beautiful thing, and it really, I learned a lot about French people, and I learned a lot about horses on this film.